Happy World Steelpan Day, and you are watching the Now Morning Show, where it is only right that we celebrate, but not just with experienced persons who have helped create the declaration of the day, but the women in leadership in the Steelpan movement. This morning, we are joined by Julie Williams, the captain of Exodus, Ms. Desiree Myers, the music coordinator for the Shell Invaders, and Ms. Chanel Puchet, the captain for Nutrient Silver Stars, to give us a little insight on their perspective as we celebrate World Steelpan Day. So morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And welcome back, I should say.
Yeah.
Because we have had you guys on set. I remember the energy was amazing because, as they say, you want to line with your girls.
Yeah.
It is good feelings, good vibes, and never ever dull moments. I'm glad to have you guys back.
It's nice to be here.
We absolutely had to have you because World Steelpan Day comes with a long history of the steel pan being almost demonized. It was where bad men fought, and women were not at the forefront. Yet we have three incredible women here standing before us, and you must feel some level of pride. So I want to hear from everybody. We'll start with you, Chanel, in terms of perspective. When that declaration was made that the UN finally recognizes World Steelpan Day, what was your thought?
It feels really good to, I mean, pan is something that we've all worked really hard on for, a large part of our life. So
Right.
It feels really good to see that pan is finally getting recognized on a world stage, which we always thought that it should be. And to have the instrument, our national instrument, recognized worldwide, it feels really great,
No, I feel like it is more than just that when it talks about recognized on a world stage, because we know internationally so many countries adopt pan. But what are the thoughts? Ladies, continue. Tell me what your emotion was initially.
Well, it's a sense of pride to have that global recognition, because pan does much more than just an instrument. Because we could sustain a global development, and it can help in education, in technology, in science, and in a social and cultural aspect. So it's a great sense of pride.
Sorry, and well, Miss Invaders. I'll call it Miss Invaders simply because the brand is on point with the rightful image when it all started.
Yes.
What was the initial thought? Long overdue, I'm sure.
Grateful, because this is our national instrument. It's from us. It was born here, and I mean, we have such a rich history with the steel pan on the whole, and to see where we came from to where we are now, I would say grateful. It's a great feeling today. You know what I mean? A sense of pride, as Julie said, exactly what Chanel said. Everything just embodies everything and all, and you feel so proud to know that today you could be recognized. We could have a day called World Steelpan Day. I mean, grateful more than anything else.
I like that perspective.
Thanks to God.
Grateful or gratitude is going to mean that you're going to
Correct.
continue to give as well. And you all give performances all over the place, all over the world, all over the country today especially. So in terms of where we can see each band performing, or even your involvement generally, how would you want to see that celebrated, not just today, but for the entire month? I mean, we still have Steelpan Month locally. So give me a little calendar of events for each of the bands, because we might want to join in on those celebrations. Chanel, where are we starting?
Okay, so we have the concert today at Woodford Square. There's a procession starting from Piccadilly. It's coming all the way to Frederick Street. They have other bands that will be involved in that.
Right.
Panchin also has Pan and Powder coming up. A lot of bands in that. They have Pan on the Avenue. They have Independence Day. Invaders. Yes. They have a lot of events that carry on into September as well.
Right. So we learned that August wasn't enough. We are going right into September as well.
Yeah.
So Invaders are going to be, of course, having their staples in the September month. But for the month of August, or even World Steelpan Day, we have activities today?
We're not performing today,
Right.
but we have activities coming up on the 19th. The Police Steel Orchestra, they have the Steel and Brass Extravaganza at the President's Ground. And then we have the Pan and Powder on the 23rd, which is a grandeur event where everybody dressed in white, and you have your powder, and with all of the steel bands chipping from City Hall up to the Savannah. And then coming up, we have the Pan on the Avenue, as Chanel rightfully said. Again, you have a parade of steel bands who are coming out to give of their finest. And of course, on Independence Day, the normal thing with all of the bands on Trackbridge Road, because the parade, is passed on Trackbridge Road. So In Vedas, we have a breakfast every year, annually, for more than 15 years going on. Starlift, they have a brunch. And Newtown Playboys, they have a big steel band extravaganza in the afternoon. So this entire month is just full of pan, and more pan.
That's what I said.
Then we move on to September, where one of the grandest affairs is in Vedas Juve on the 24th
Which I've
of September.
experienced. It's quite a spectacle.
It's very much so. And it's redefining tradition. It's bringing back steel band to the old-time days, because Invaders was noted for being the best Juve band years ago. We will have like a whole line of people. The band quite up by Green Corner, and it's still down on Dragry Road, that's tell you. So it's pushing racks, and of course we have other steel bands who will be also supporting us at that event also.
Julie, will you be one of those bands, or Access be one of those bands?
No, we are not one of those bands playing, but we'll be down there to support. I just want to add to, while we are not playing today, Republic Bank Exeter Steel Band understood the importance of today. So our whole band will be coming out in the square to support. We have printed a jersey just for this event.
All right, so I could get one. I'm going to go one time. I am ready to support it every way that I can. But in terms of the actual activities, it is part of how we are going to continue to support the movement of the steel pan, period.
Definitely.
But specifically in terms of your leadership roles now, let's talk about what we want to see for the future of pan. We know that we have been celebrating, as we said, the entire month. Now the UN recognition is significance. What do we want next? That one is a Miss Universe question right there, because it could be far and wide. But we have everything from the opportunity to develop things from school level straight into adulthood. Tell me one thing that you would like to see for the future of PAN. I will start with Julie.
I would like to see steel band become self-sufficient, if not 100%, at least 95%. And why I'm saying so, we have so many avenues that we can become so. For example, if a steel band is having an event, if all the other steel bands support, what a great event that would be from an economic perspective, and the band can grow financially and not keep being dependent. That's my pet peeve.
Right. A big one at that. Anything to add, ladies?
That's exactly
That's
down
it.
my avenue.
Self-sufficient.
Yes, and entrepreneurship. I mean, because we have a lot of, even though people play pan, they have so much, you know, they have like academic-wise, universal levels and all of that. You know, they have that type of training where they can do different things with any business aspect of the whole steel band development. So they could also be an asset to their steel orchestra. And, you know, it's about, you know, being their entrepreneurs, passing it on to the young people in the band, because they're the future of the band. Yeah.
Chanel, you extended on that thought?
I definitely agree. I think if we had the opportunity where, because it takes a lot of work to have a stage side. It takes a lot of work to, anytime you see anybody accomplish anything in PAN, a lot of hard work went into that. It's years of sacrifice, dedication that you see. Somebody, if a band wins Panorama, if a band goes on a gig, you have to learn music, you have to learn songs. So it would be nice if we could feel that the recognition and the opportunities we get elsewhere in the world, that could happen here, that you could have gigs all the time. Soloists always have somewhere to perform, that you can make a livelihood out of the instrument. And also, too, I think I like the direction it's heading in, where people are pushing for more music literacy. It's being taught in schools so that the younger generation could be involved, as she's saying, because we're not going to be here forever, so they'll have somebody to take over after.
Well, you're not going to be on set with me forever, but the celebrations will continue. So let me say thank you very much for joining us this morning, for continuing to lead exemplarily, actually, because with great examples, we have great ambitions towards even greater accomplishments. The ladies have joined me this morning as we spoke up briefly on women leadership in the Steel Pan movement, but more so as we celebrate World Steel Pan Day. The Now Morning Show has more where that is concerned, but birthdays are after this break, so stick around to celebrate. Maybe we'll play Happy Birthday on Pan. I can play it. I can do a little song.